Hola YouTubers, Shalom. Hopefully this video, now I just want to say this is like my 5th time recording this video because my computer is being a dick. So hopefully I won't have to say the same thing again. If this video does not save, something is going to die. Okay, so we are picking up with part 2 of Advice for Teen Crushes. I believe we left off at point 5. I've said this so many times. If I screwed this up, forgive me. Which was everything happens for a reason. Now, let's jump in to part 6. Which is, this most likely won't be your only relationship. Now, if you get it on the first try, and if I repeated this point again, forgive me. Now, if you get it on the first try, great. Like I said in my last video, I've seen people who have been together since middle school, who have been, getting married when they're a little less than 30 years old. But if it doesn't, it's okay. That's what makes us human. It's okay not to get along with someone. Someone's mean, you can hate them. Honestly, once you get into the world, there are stupid people here, alright? Quite a lot of them. It's okay. You can hate them too. It's allowed. So, just, everyone has different interests, different things that piss them off, different things that make them happy. So, it's okay if it doesn't work out. If that person is different from you, it's okay. It's okay. And also, people break up and get together a lot in middle school. Random, stupid drama gets in the way of stuff. So you never know what's going to happen, honestly. And if it doesn't work out, yet again, you may get irritated because I've said this so many times. It's not the end of the world. It really isn't. There's someone for each and every one of us. So moving on. Point number 7. This is pretty important, okay? Be honest. If you have a crush who you want to be in a relationship with, you cannot lie to them. It's not good. It will only hurt you, and that other person will probably be pretty pissed off at you if you lie to them. So, be aware of that. Share with them. That's what they're there for. That's what love is there for. You want to share with that person. So, if you keep things from them, you can't really do that now, can you? Point number 8, be yourself. This is even more important than the last one. This is very important. Show that person who you are, because honestly, if you have to change and be a different person than, like, you normally are, it ain't worth it, sweetie. It's really not. If someone's not going to accept you for who you are, fuck them. Excuse my French, but fuck them. Honestly, don't waste your time dealing with, a person who wants you to change. I'll stand by this statement that love is not change. It really isn't. You can quote me on it. And that's when you'll have the best times too, is just someone who you can relax around. There's no pressure. So, don't put yourself into a situation where you're in a relationship like that, and if your relationship is like that, you need help. I would suggest leaving. Now, my last 2 points are, I know this video is kind of short, my last 2 points are more gender specific. Now, I know, the first one is for ladies, the second one is for guys. Now, I know, I only say that these are more gender specific because I feel the first one, girls are more inclined to do, and then I feel the second one, guys are way more inclined to do than girls. So, not saying all of y'all do this, or however, I know that there are women who do the second one and guys who do the first one, so you never know. We're all individuals, we're human, we're different, but however, the majority of women do the first one. The majority of men I've seen, in my personal experience, do the second one. So, we'll start off with the ladies, which is point number 9. Don't be too clingy right off the bat. This is especially important if your crush does not really know you. You do not want to be labeled as a creep. And it is very, very, very easy to be labeled as a creep, even if you're not, especially if you're not. But, the minute that person takes notice of you, if you're like following them or, popping up everywhere, whatever, you don't want that to happen. I had a situation where I ran into the same thing. It wasn't a crush of mine. It was just a guy I knew from high school who I just simply thought knew me. But he apparently didn't, because another friend of mine decided to pretend to be him. Not cool. I know. It's weird. I went through weird crap in high school. But, long story short, not getting into that in this video. Long story short, I am 20 years old now. That was mostly junior year of high school, so it's been like 4 years since that happened. 3 if you count, I guess, senior year when I found out what was going on. It was like a year-long thing. But basically, the dude was a douche. The dude still thinks I'm like a creepy stalker, so people are rude. Like, it doesn't go away that easily. So just be very, very, very careful. Now, every individual is different yet again. So, if you are friends with your crush already, or if you know your crush already, you may be able to skip some levels with that. However, if you do not, I would suggest against any sort of like following. If you want to walk by them at school and see them, that's fine, but just be aware of like, I mean, you may not be able to help it in some situations, but just be aware, like, of gawking, staring. Don't do it. Like, you don't want to be labeled as that. You really don't want to be labeled as a creep. Just trying to help you out, ladies. And I feel ladies are more inclined to do this. We like attention. So, just be aware. And finally, point number 10. This is for guys. For God's sake, this is important. Because a lot of guys that I've seen and have been around, throughout middle and high school do this. Do not, if you are coming up to your crush, whether it is a guy or a girl, we're respecting all sexualities here, do not have the first thing that comes out of your mouth be something sexual. For fuck's sake, don't do it. That is the number one way to piss a girl off, and that's the number one way to scare a girl away, alright? So not only will she be irritated with you if you do that, she's probably not going to talk to you again. So no matter how sexy you find your crush, which that's fine, that's on it, we don't care. Just try your best to keep it PG, alright? Keep it PG. We don't need to know every single thing that goes on in your mind. It's fine to have every single thing go on up here, but if it comes out here, you're gonna have issues. Alright? Now, I only say this because I feel guys may have, guys, once you get to be teenagers in middle and high school, you definitely have more, urges, you're learning about stuff, puberty, whatever. However, girls, one thing, if you're a guy who's watching this, one thing that I can tell you about girls do not think that way, alright? We could care less, especially those of you who are watching who are in middle school. Girls are not interested in sex in middle school. There's very, very, very few. And honestly, if you run into one, she's probably not a good girl anyway. To tell you the truth. Because, first off, I feel like if you've watched my other videos, I feel like you shouldn't be doing stuff like that at that age anyway. But, it's fine to have thoughts, but gentlemen, keep them to yourselves. It'll do you good in the long run. Once you are in a relationship with that person, feel free to say whatever the hell you want. Sexual, non-sexual, it doesn't matter. But if you are talking to a crush, especially a crush, Especially a crush that you don't know. Like, especially that. Like, you're just fucking nuts, in my opinion, if you do that. You know, for God's sake, say, you know, oh, you have nice hair, you have pretty eyes, you have beautiful skin. Don't, for the life of me, say, you know, nice ass. No. No girl wants to hear that. If you're in a relationship, you can tell her she has a nice ass, but don't, no. If you're introducing yourself, say hi. That's how you introduce yourself on planet Earth in the English language. Hi, bonjour, guten tag, apalabo, hello, good day, whatever, top of the morning, whatever, however you say, ni hao. Just don't, for Christ's sake, say anything sexual. That's definitely a big no-no. I hope that's an obvious no-no, but apparently to most of the guys that I've been around, it's not so obvious. So, don't do it. Very important. So, that was my final point. If you want to request another top 10, write a comment in that direction. I will respond to any top 10. No top 10 is a dumb top 10. Even if I don't have any personal experience with your question, I will still attempt to make you one. I will give you my honest, I guess not professional opinion, but my honest opinion, logical opinion. I'm a pretty logical person. And thank you to both Marla and you, David, for being my first two commenters. You two are awesome. Mwah. And comment, like, share, subscribe. And that is all for now. Peace.